All right, so again, we are on step 4 now. We've taken Brett, my hypothetical prospect, through the first 3 of my 6-step process. 1 is network marketing. He's on board. He gets it. 2, he's cool with the industry. 3, he understands and actually asks a lot of good questions about a company. And we were able to get there together that he understands the things to be looking for. So the next thing I'm going to take him down is products. Do you guys understand that in this whole time, does he have any idea what company I rep for? No, he has no idea. He doesn't know the word USANA. He doesn't really even know that I'm with a good company. He obviously assumes that because I'm doing my job. But I still haven't mentioned the word USANA. And actually, he actually asked me specifically what company I rep for. Do you guys notice how I was able to kind of get away from it? Now, you have to be careful around that because he might start to think, well, this guy hasn't even told me about his company. But I want to tie it back into that I'm trying to help him and his family. And the best way to do that is to help him pick the best option for him. Okay? So we're going to move into number 4. So we'll kind of jump back into role play. So Brett, this is exciting, man. I'm getting more excited because you understand the network marketing industry. You understand that health and wellness is a viable way, not only to improve your life and the life of your family, but other people's lives. And now you understand what to look for in a company, and you had great questions in that particular section. So what I want you to do is now think about the product. And a few different things. Not a specific product. I'm not really going to talk about my product, but what to look for in terms of creating wealth. Is that cool?
Okay, makes sense.
Awesome. So, do you have a cell phone on you?
I do.
Okay, perfect. And do you pay that every single month?
Every month.
And what about keeping electricity on your house?
Same thing. Got to pay the energy company.
And you're a sports fan in Denver, so I'm assuming you have cable to watch the Rockies and the
I
Nuggets.
do. Just got my NFL Sunday ticket.
Perfect. So, the reason I love those types of businesses is because they're consumable, right? We talked about residual income. You remember what residual income was?
Yeah, that's that recurring income.
Recurring income. So it's so competitive for DirecTV or for Verizon or for Sprint or for Time Warner Cable because why? Once they have you on their service, usually there's a year contract or 2-year contract, right? And then what do? Well, my 2 years is up. Now I get a free upgrade. Yay, I get a new iPhone. And what does that do for them?
Locks me in.
Locks you into another 2 years. So it's so competitive because once they get you, they know that they're going to have money every single month for years and years and years, if not the rest of your life. You know, eventually, like me, I'll get a family, I'll have to upgrade my family plan, and they're going to make not only money on me every month, but more money. Right? Is that pretty genius?
Yeah, wish I had started Verizon.
Wish you had started Verizon, exactly. And you can start a Verizon type business today, you know, in the network marketing industry, and it's so exciting that you can do and take the advantage of all the things that you just said that for. Okay?
Okay.
So when you're looking at a product, it doesn't mean that you have to necessarily do cell phones. I use that example. But let's look at the health and wellness industry. Gym memberships. You join a gym, every single month you're going to pay that, right?
Yep.
Or you pay the entire year up front to get a little bit of a discount. But either way, they're going to have you, and then you're going to want to keep working out, hopefully. Now, the best thing for a gym is actually for you to pay and not go. Because you're not using machinery, and then that cost is actually better. Okay? So do you understand the idea of consumability?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. The industry that I chose is health and wellness, so we have products that people will use every single month, every single day, hopefully for the rest of their lives.
Okay.
You know, my mom's been involved with this company for over 15 years, and she's been on the products for over 15 years. So from a consumability standpoint, has she been helping make the company money for 15 years?
Yeah, and presumably the person who introduced her to the company then.
Now you're starting to get it, right?
Yeah.
But not only that, has her health improved over the story that I told you a little bit?
Well, I mean, you mentioned her briefly, but I'm assuming she wouldn't keep using them for 15 months if they weren't doing something.
Yeah,
or 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years. And what I would like to do, Brett, before I ultimately show you everything about our company, if you ever get to that point, is tell you my story. Tell you a little about who I am, why I chose what I want to do, and the big part it has to do with my mom.
Okay.
So I hope that we can build that relationship. I hope that you can learn about her story. But again, this isn't about me. This is making sure that you get what you and your family need.
Okay. And
Makes
so basically you're just saying look for consumable products.
Consumable so far, right? That will make a difference.
Yeah.
That people will use and order no matter whether they're distributed through network marketing or through any other distribution model, right? Whether you can walk physically into a store. But the point is that it wouldn't make a difference when you order all through Amazon or through whatever, or through a rep like myself, that you would still want these products no matter how they're distributed.
Yeah.
Make sense?
You got to want them, need them, and they got to work.
Perfect. And so we talked a little bit about looking at a company and their credentials and whether there's third-party verification that they're a good company, right? Not them selling themselves. there's a comparative guide that I would really encourage you to look into. And again, I'm not going to spend too much time on here until we actually get to talking about my company. But this is a third-party publication that talks about the industry I'm in, the products that are out there, and from an objective standpoint, helping you determine what good products are and what they aren't. Okay, that makes sense?
So you're talking about supplements, obviously. Then the company you rep for sells supplements.
Yeah, that's one of their product lines, absolutely. It's really the cornerstone of our company, and we'll get into some education as to why. But again, just from the standpoint of helping you make an educated decision, this is the Carfax report for supplements, right? It's not me telling you and selling you on the reason why we're the best.
And then if I went with a different industry or a different type of company, there might be some other objective third-party type thing to look at.
Absolutely. And just because the company that you decide to go with may or may not have the best, doesn't mean you have to go with the best.
Right, that's true.
It doesn't matter. There are people making more money in this industry than me, even though I have the best product. And that's just the harsh truth of it. But that comes back to me, right? And my abilities. But at the end of the day, if you're going to go rep for a network marketing company, wouldn't it make sense to go with one that has the best? I mean, in terms of helping people, you would want to get them on the best, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, and me personally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You and your family, right?
Yeah, and presumably it makes it a little bit easier than to sell. It's easier to sell an Apple computer than it is to sell a computer that barely works, I guess,
Sure.
because it's a better product.
It's a better product.
Yeah.
Okay. And so those are the things that I really encourage you to get into the products. And again, when we get to the point of going through my opportunity and the company I rep for and the products that I have, we're going to hone in on this and we're going to actually help you understand a little bit more about it. But any other questions on the product and what you should be looking for objectively when you're talking about big concept picture?
No, makes sense.
Perfect. So let's move on.